You can't take notes. You just have to wing it.
Of course I can take notes.
Nope, here we are. It's already recording.
Oh, why do you push record?
Because you can't take notes. It's cheating.
You know what? You're more than a butt. Now you're a dumbass. Oh my gosh.
That's cheating. Because Jenny was asking me questions about it, and I was like, we don't talk. We just push record. And she's like, oh. So there you go.
Which is true.
Oh, I just spilled on myself.
That's okay. Your shirt was already soiled. Ooh, my glasses are on. Gross. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we're wasting time. Go.
I hate having my glasses on. Okay, that's all.
Welcome to our final, our final. I gotta push my glasses up. Hold on.
Oh.
Sorry. I only have one hand. Okay. This one's holding my sip. This one's holding the
Do you
phone.
want me to put your sip for a minute?
No, I got it.
But I mean, I could put it over here.
Great, put it over there. Okay, now we're a minute in. We haven't talked about anything. Go.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a little sad that it's our last one.
For now.
Also, thank you very much to the people who commented. Really appreciate your commenting. just to say, we are watching, because anyway. And my sister Dana gets a special shout out because hers was like annotated and excellent. Excellent thoughts.
Thanks, Dana.
Thanks, Dana. Okay, so this evening I went to see Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
And let me tell you why I chose Beetlejuice.
I really like your cover, BT Dubs.
Was it different than yours?
Yeah, way.
Okay, well, it's always a... Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
I chose Beetlejuice because 3 years ago when we came, I was like, I do not want to see that show, because I had listened to the cast recording one time and was like, woof, no. And I just had no desire to see it. And then Jerry saw it and he loved it so much, and like the set and all the things. And so then it closed, even pre-COVID, and then it got to come back. That was so nice. So I was like, I want to see this show because some of the songs have grown on me, and I was like, I want to see Alex Brightman, and I just want to see like this magic that Jerry talked about. So I went.
And you didn't like it.
It is not a show that I would ever care to see again. Ever.
Wow.
I love the opening number. I think the opening number is super fun. Here's the bright spot in this. Alex Brightman is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
He's really, really great at what he does. And I don't know how he does that with his voice. It hurts me. I feel shredded just listening to him. And he does it 8 times a week. Jerry did a whole workshop with him where he talked about how he like
went to a doctor and did it all. Yeah, it's all.
Found his Beetlejuice voice. It's healthy and good.
Yeah.
And all the things.
Yeah.
Good for him. But he's just a lot of energy. He's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to show you one cute little thing about the show that I watched tonight. This was tonight's performance. That is how many people were not the cast members, the original cast members in there.
But good for all of those people who got to go on. That's amazing.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but Thursday night their show got canceled. They shut the show down because they had 9 people in their cast have COVID. And Thursday and Friday they were dark. And so I was really grateful that they were at least on tonight. But literally Barbara, Adam, Charles, is that her dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all
Miss Argentina and the Girl Scout.
Yeah, and the Girl Scout. And then some of those people usually play a different role, but now they were bumped up to do this,
So
a bigger role.
Lots of swings.
It was a whole lot of vacation swings on there.
That's awesome.
Sure, except for that the Girl Scout, I was like, who hired you and why do you have a job on the Broadway? That was rough. I didn't like her. The Adam, it wasn't great. And the Barbara, I struggled with because she had a pretty voice, but she didn't mix well. So therefore it was like high, opera, not opera, but more legit. And then she would have this big low voice. So I was like, ma'am. And also, it was supposed to be Carrie Butler. Hello. I didn't get to see Carrie Butler. It's fine. And then I was going to talk about this moment because it cracked me up. Towards the beginning of the show, Adam, they're the couple who die.
Spoiler alert.
Anyway, they're in their house and they're singing about all the things they want to do or whatever. And he so randomly, like there was no reason, no motivation, he just randomly stood up on the dining room chair. Do you remember this at all? Okay. Anyway, he just stands up on the chair and it's like for 0.1 second and then gets back down and I was like, I don't understand that choice. And then it made me think of that one time that I was directing my first show ever and I made Melissa Van Slyke stand on the bed and Jerry gave me shit about it to this day. He's like, but why'd you put Melissa on the bed?
Who stands on a bed? Raise your hand if you've ever stood on a bed. You've stood on a bed?
Yes. She was Martha and she was cute and she was like telling Mary, anyway, whatever. And it made me think of that though, because I was like, that's funny. Like, why'd you stand on a chair, sir?
Yeah.
Just because the director told you to? That's dumb.
Should have said something.
I know, I should have interjected. But I will say the set is super, super, super cool.
It is so cool.
It is the epitome of forced perspective, since we've all learned this now.
Yes.
It's incredible. And there is some fun magic.
Yeah.
That, magic moments.
Yeah.
I'm getting this for you.
Okay.
That happened. But overall, I don't know. I just sat there and I was like, these songs are dumb. Okay, I'm bored. I need this to end. How much longer does it? And so I was like, it's kind of a no for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you felt this afternoon. Okay. Jerry's turn.
Funny girl. And if you saw my Facebook post, I said, girl, you better be. She was. She was funny. Beanie Feldstein, I don't know why people don't like her. Her acting is... They broke on stage. It was amazing.
Oh.
It was absolutely fantastic. I loved every second of it.
There's nothing better than a break on stage.
Her and Ramin...
You know what that is? That's when the cast members, they fall out of character.
Oh my gosh. Her and Ramin were laughing so hard. It was hysterical. They turned their backs to the audience and just stood there and laughed. I was like, this is awesome. And then
Why
they tried
were
to
they laughing?
I don't know.
Oh.
She must have made a face at him or something, and then he just broke. And then they broke each other, and then they were just laughing and trying to talk, and they were talking like this, like when you're laughing. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. She's great. Here's the thing. She gave me goosebumps when she sang People. Your string is hanging out. It's driving me crazy. I only know because I can see it in the camera. Stop it. She gave me goosebumps when she sang People. She gave me goosebumps on Don't Rain on My Parade. But
really?
Oh my gosh, yes. She's incredible. Okay, here's the thing.
I think Jerry's the only person who thinks that.
That is not true. That's absolutely not true. You should have heard the crowd go banoodles at the top of the show. Banoodles. And she got a standing ovation after Don't Rain on My Parade at intermission. And I was one of the people who stood up because I was like, holy crap. I will say, here are the downsides to Beanie Feldstein. She too has that thing where it's like a pinched tone up top, like in her head voice.
Yeah.
So she has this really strong belt and you're like, yeah. And then she sings up here, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to do it. Thank you. It's kind of like pinched a little bit like that, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
That was the most amazing audio I've ever heard.
Thank you. I am a voice teacher and now taking new students. So I could say that was a little bit buggy. I'm like, why do you do that? I don't know how to fix it. I just know that I'm like, that's not my favorite. You should fix that. But I'm not a voice teacher, so I don't know how to fix that. And the other thing,
her voice teacher can't fix it either. Sometimes
she has a horrible H problem.
Oh, well, I'm glad I wasn't there.
So that was a little hard for
Hing
me.
is against the law.
Oh, it was real hard for me. That was hard. I was like, please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Stop doing that. And she didn't. Yeah, she didn't stop
You're
doing
so
that.
glad I wasn't there with you. You are so glad.
But I had the cushiest chair on the planet.
I'm
It
so
was
glad.
awesome. There was a directing issue that I just went, what? So her and Nikki have this moment of beautifulness.
By the way, good for Beanie Feldstein to have, kissing scenes with Ramin Karimloo.
And in the top of the second act, he comes out without a shirt.
Excuse me!
Yeah,
He's kind of delicious.
he has no shirt on in the top of act 2.
How was that, Jerry?
He's ridiculously cut. He's got abs
sexy man?
He's got abs for days, yeah, for shizzles. Anyway, so they have this beautiful song. They're downstage center, and then they're not on the turntable. So as the lights are fading, they literally went scoot, scoot, scoot up to the turntable so that they could ride the table around. And I was like, what? That was an interesting choice.
Maybe they were like, whoopsie daisy,
Oh,
we're
no.
in the wrong spot.
No, it was like it. No, they were way too far out of the way to be in the wrong spot. They literally were like, "Oh shit, run!" It was weird. I didn't like it at all. And I will say the costumes were really good, and I loved with every fiber of my being the purple dress she wears in the second act. If anyone has seen this show, I need you to weigh in on that purple dress. It is the most stunningly beautiful thing I have ever seen in my entire life. And here's the thing I don't understand.
Was it flattering for the chubby girl?
It was, all of her costumes were. All of her costumes made her look fantastic. Every single one of them.
Here's a little juicy tidbit, okay? Beanie has actually been fired from the show. So she posted they've gone a different direction. I talked to my inside source here, and he said, no, she really just wasn't selling tickets like they wanted. And so they were like, we're going to be done with you. And so she's actually done next week, and they're bringing in Leah Michele of Glee fame to take her place. And so what they found was, they went out on a limb. They took a chance with Beanie because she's
great.
She's chubby actress.
She did not do anything like Barbara, and I wanted her to not be Barbara, and she wasn't at all. She made it her own. She did her own thing, and she was great. So I don't understand why everyone hated her, just because, if you want to pick on those two things, she has an H problem and her voice is kind of pinchy up top, but that's not a reason to say she's terrible. She's not terrible.
Okay, so
her acting is amazing. Her comic timing was fantastic. Her facial expressions were ridiculous. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And she tap dances and does all of the things.
Okay. So you've talked almost exclusively about Beanie in this. What's your overall take of Funny Girl, the musical itself?
It was so fun to see. I loved every minute of it because I know the film. And it's not like the film.
Hello, gorgeous.
It's similar. No, she doesn't say it like that at all. It's great. She doesn't do it like Barbara.
Does she say, hello, gorgeous?
L-O-O-R-U.
Get out of this L-O.
No, it was just really good. So it was really fun for me to see the play and to experience it, and I loved it. It was the first time I've ever seen the play. And
it's not a play.
It's a musical. Who cares?
Well,
I'm just saying, the stage
you
show.
Know better.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm talking about the stage version. But anyway, it was so good. I really did.
As a show,
I did, and I don't know how they're going to bring in somebody else because there's a lot of comments about her weight, from her mom and the two old ladies, and they talk about her being ugly and fat. And Leah Michele is neither ugly nor fat. So I don't know how they're going to rewrite the script for that. change. I don't.
Well, that's
I don't know.
awkward.
I'm interested to come and see the show again and see Leah Michelle in it.
You think one, it's gonna last that long?
Oh, you don't think it will?
No. And
Oh, well, that makes me sad.
two, I don't know when he thinks he's coming again.
I'm just saying, like, shows
Yeah.
run for a long time.
Some shows do.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Other
thought this
shows
one
don't.
would. Anyway,
Other shows that I wanted to see.
sorry, Paradise Square. All right, we're over 15 minutes. We should wrap this
I
up
know. Okay. It's just I'm sad. I'm sad that
because it's over.
Yeah. The party's over. It's time to call it a day.
Thank you for coming to our sip and sass.
He doesn't like me.
I have nothing to sip, but I've got all the
Here.
sass.
Here's a sip. Someday I might have to do this for you.
Thanks. I thought you were gonna drown me.
Okay.
Later.
out.
See ya.
Stop.